So this is the numbers. I kind of sloppily wrote it up here for mine. But these are all of your credit cards and loans. This right here is your home.
Right.
But everything else is just junk that we need to get rid of so that you can breathe, because you have to be completely overwhelmed with this.
Oh, yeah.
I would be.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
So I don't think that it's a bad thing at all that you took the 403B loan. I think that that is the most positive thing that I've seen so far, because you're going to be able to breathe when you get done with this, and you're going to be able to increase your credit score so that you can make some real things happen for you. Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the 50,000. Let's forget the BHG loan just right now, because that is not on your credit. Let's see what else we can do to make some headway here.
Yeah, and that BHG credit card isn't either. Both of those don't show up at all. Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to forget those, and the very first thing that I am going to start with, because I always go for the highest payment.
Yeah.
And I know what OneMain does to your interest charges, because they're horrific. So I would start right there. Maybe. I'm going to put maybe up here.
Yeah, that's
and
fine.
Then I'm going to put 13,286 OneMain, just to hold that, because I want to start with this 4,700. That is $255. So let's say that 255. So I'm going to put an asterisk there. Then I'm going to go for 3,600. That is 123. Then I'm going to shoot for, let's do the sleep. Is the sleep a 0%?
It's at 5 something percent. 5.
All right.
Might be 5.9. I mean, I have it written here. It's 5.99, so almost 6%.
All right, let's do the lows, because I know they're ridiculous on interest as well.
Yep.
So let's do that. 6136, and you're going to gain 190. Let's see. Let's definitely take the Kohl's just to get rid of that. 655.29. Let's do, definitely we're going to do the Upstart, because I know they're ridiculous. 3,200 at 175. Let's do the Best Egg, 3638 at 118, and 4,000. Let's see where we're at with this. So we're at 25,929, and you have saved how much in payments? So $1,002 in cash flow was gained with that. So that takes care of your payment, your new payment. Okay.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So now we're almost 200 over what your almost 100 over what your new payment's going to be on your 403B loan.
Okay.
So we've broken even. So now let's see what we can do with the other 24,000 that's going to make the real difference. So let's see, we did these three. Okay, so if you did the OneMain, I know is eating you up in interest. So if you were to pay the OneMain 13,286, let's see, we go over here. So you're at 25,929. The 13,286 pays off OneMain, and then you could put 10,000 on this credit card and bring that down a lot. But let's see, 6, 8. You could pay off all three of these, gaining about the same in cash flow. So that leaves you 12,643. That's also going to mean that you now have 1,002 plus 375. You've got 1,377 now in cash flow. And if you wipe out Best Buy 2080, credit card 4876.67.
Yeah, that's the Amazon Prime. Yeah.
Right. And then you have, wow, you're going to do a lot of damage with that. So, okay, I think, let's see, let's do LL Bean, because that gains you 275. And that means you'll have 275, 1652. And that's going to leave you 2,000. 143. Probably do you best to put that on this credit card that's 11,008 because that will bring that payment down to 100 at least, putting that much into it.
Right.
Um,
And then if I do like what you were saying, pay them more than once a month, right?
yes. Yeah, now this could be your expense card. That's kind of why I'm leaving that 11,000 sitting there. I was thinking that we could use that way.
Mm-hmm.
So you could do whatever with the 2,100, whether it be put on that or put on another credit card to about pay them off, gaining a little more cash flow.
Okay.
Because and I'll take the camera back over so you can see. Well, credit one's 1,200. That would gain you 69 right there.
Yeah, and that one I noticed that is like the minimum payment, and it goes up 1 month and then it comes down and then it goes up. So it really just stays the same.
Yeah, they're dirty too. Okay. All right. So if you were to, let's see what cash flow you're gaining. So you said $910 is your new payment on that other thing?
I think I think it's a little bit more like $930 maybe. But not much more, right around there.
All right. So $930. We'll go ahead and take that off. So you're gaining $375. LL Bean was $275. And then that credit one is $69. And then whatever you put the $934 on would gain you a little bit here.
Okay.
So that means that you're going to have about $800 in cash flow now. Probably more because we didn't figure what of your actual income you're spending on living expenses.
Right.
So you may have a little bit more there. Okay.
Right.
But what this does is since you've gained $800 in cash flow, you're now able to breathe for a minute. Your credit score after all of this takes place should really feel better and bring you up. And it may take a reporting date or two, maybe 3, I doubt it, but it may, if you're doing the multiple payments still now on the credit card,
right.
You're still going to be gaining, increasing that credit score, I'm imagining pretty quickly.
Right.
Once it gets up to 660, 680 to where you can move into a line of credit, and even if that credit, the line at first is only about 15,000, you're going to be able to wipe out the rest of these big numbers.
Right.
Okay?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Quickly though, because if let's say you get 15,000 and you just pay off this, you're talking about 400 more. That means that you're going to pay this off in 10 months.
Right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So now you're really you're grabbing anything that's getting ready to end in your promotion period. So you're not paying over the 0%, stuff like that.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Yep.
Okay. I know it's a lot to take in because you've got a lot going on.
I have a lot. I do have a lot. Yes.
Yeah. And if you follow this plan, even close to what we've got here, you're going to turn into positive cash flow.
Good.
Then you're also going to start working down some debt because as soon as you get into a line of credit, like I said, even if it's 15,000, you're going to stop doing these baby micro loans you're getting that's eating up cash flow.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Let's talk about now. Let's imagine that you've done what we talked about here. So let's wipe out the debt that you have paid off. Let's just see what we got left here. Wow, it's looking a lot better already.
Nice. I'm glad I didn't do anything with that money because I wasn't going to do it, and then I was going to pay off that that other one. Right. Because it flies under the radar.
I think until you get your credit score built up, that will be a game changer once you get a line of credit big enough to take it. I hate to leave it because of their interest, but at the same time, your credit is suffering. And if we can get it up, then you can take care of that.
Right.
All right. So now you have this credit card, this one, this two, and then the big loan. Now we're going to take and add these balances up. So 58,369 is still your balance for all these. So let's say again that your house is 300,000, give or take. But let's just go back over that one more time, because your credit score should really increase. It may take about 3 months or more, but I doubt it. Let's say it increases though, and they give you a 270,000 loan to value. Your home is 245 currently. So they would pay that off. So you're at 25,000 left over, which you could take some of this too, which that would definitely be this one this
Right.
time.
Mhm.
So you're going to gain that. So now, after you move into one of these bigger HELOCs, let's see what happens with your money from that point. Because this, like I said, can be used as an expense card. I'll show you how to do that here in just a minute to make sure you understand that. The rest of these, you might have enough to knock off, one of the
Mhm.
ones that's got a 0%. So that means that you're going to have a cash flow of, we did good. Because if this works out like this, your debt, this mortgage would also be in this amount.
Right.
So this 1490 would be in cash flow now. So that means that you would have 5618 in cash flow.
Wow.
Now remember, that is with me counting 2,000 of this for food, gas, stuff like
Right.
that, which it may be over some, which means this would be lower.
Right. Mhm.
But let's imagine that you only have 3,000 in cash flow. Let's say that you have, 4,000 of this actually goes to plane and food and gas or whatever. And then you have your debt bills that are due, and you're using the credit card as an expense card. So now you have 3,000 in cash flow, because I'm giving you this much extra just for whatever.
Right.
All right. So with 3,000 in cash flow, that means even if you use every dime they give you, that means that your mortgage would be paid off in 9 years.
Oh my goodness, that'd be wonderful.
So you may have everything, all this debt you had up here before, everything reorganized. Now you're just making your payments going into your 403B, which is
Right.
just paying you back,
Mhm.
and you're paying off your mortgage at the same time.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
How are you paid? Did you say weekly, bi-weekly, monthly?
Bi-weekly. Yeah.
See, that's
Bi-weekly.
even going to do better. So
And
I would say you're looking at 9 years.
I know that, well, if I do that other thing, it won't matter. What, that HELOC thing. I was going to ask about whether I should try to do like bi-weekly mortgage payments. You know how you can, they split it and you save. But I guess if you just make an extra, but we're not going that route. We're going to do a different thing with the mortgage. So we can just forget about it.
Well, no, the thing is that let's say you do what we showed in the last screen there, and your credit score increases. You're going to be able to at least move into a large line of credit, a larger line. So let's say that you still do that, then absolutely you would make $5,000-$10,000 chunks onto your mortgage balance. That's going to help with interest. That's going to give you more equity. So when you do decide to make the move into a first lien, so you have things to be working on from this point. That's just going to move you closer to getting out of debt regardless. All righty. Well, thank you so much for,
Well,
I'm
thank
glad I
you
could get you in
for all your-
earlier. You lucked up on that one, I'd say.
Thank you for your patience with not having, working with me without all the stuff the tools that you needed.
No, that's fine.
needed.
I mean, at least we got some answers, right?
Yes, we did. All right.
right.
Thank you. You take care.
Okay, you too. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.